This is what's wacky to us. I'm Rick.
I'm Song.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for joining us again today. You know how we do. We circling back around, and we're going to get a little political today because, you know, some things just need to be said. And for one, the unabashed allegiance that my people have to the Democratic Party must be addressed. And, you know, we about to say some things that most people ain't gonna like because
you talking about? You gotta be a Democrat if you black.
I don't have to do anything but stay black and die. So I don't know about all that. And I myself am guilty of having an unabashed allegiance to the Democratic Party because that's the way I was raised. And to this day, my mother and stepfather probably right at this very moment of this podcast are somewhere volunteering for some Democratic candidate somewhere in Florida.
So we throwing shots at the Democrats today?
Oh, yeah. Come heavy with them shots.
Oh, shots
heavy.
Being fired at the Democratic Party. Nah, you grow up. You grow up in a household. I don't know. The black have this allegiance to the Democratic Party, and it's passed down. It's not even your own allegiance or your own thoughts. It's pretty much passed down from your family and what you was told in your community. Like,
facts.
The Democrats care, you know, don't be a Republican bad. And we got a lot of things other than just being Democrats in the community that was passed down that's not right.
And that's not true.
Yeah, because you don't get to form your own opinion. Like, black people and honestly, man, Democrats probably is the worst thing for black people. Like, you know, they pass all the wrong stuff.
Facts.
You know, they'll be like, you know, more welfare. You know, they don't motivate you. It's like it's they know their party. They know how to get that vote. So they give people and they create more people just like the ones that they just was you know, it's like they give you enough to survive, but don't actually give you not the tools to go out there. How they say, they teach you, you give a man a fish, he'll want to come back, he's going to need another fish. But if you teach a man a fish, he won't have to come back. And that's how I kind of feel about the Democratic Party. I feel like they don't motivate you to do anything. They put fuel on fires. They keep going, you know, like racial stuff. Like, you're not being treated right, this and that and that. All right, but you're our leader. What are you doing about it?
Nothing.
So, I don't know. So, what you feel like, that's my...
I'm going to take shots at the current administration and how they follow in the footsteps of all their predecessors. And, you know, the President Biden is a long time, damn near half-century politician. You know, he's a long-time Democrat, too. He's also the author of the crime bill that puts my people in jail at a very indiscriminate rate.
Yeah, your boy Bill Clinton he had a bad one, too.
Oh, no doubt.
That we all, you know, loved.
Basically, what you call it, Joe Biden wrote the crime bill and Bill Clinton enforced it and pushed it out there. So, you know, at this point and stage of my life, and let me apologize to my mother if she ever hears this podcast. Ma, I hate Democrats. Honestly, I think the Democrats and Republicans are are two wings of the same bird. You're not really going to get anything from them. And it's just time to form a new political party that is created by the people and for the people. We need a FUBU political party, essentially, because Democrats suck. Joe Biden sucks. Donald Trump sucked. All of them suck, really. I think the last great president people really all loved, you know, as a collective was JFK. And, I mean, yeah, he was a Democrat and everything, but since then, everybody else has been corrupt, a criminal. You got Watergate. You got all these scandals. You got affairs. You got bullshit going on in every administration. And now we have an administration that does everything for everyone except for the actual people that got them into office.
Yeah, man. It's like this party right here, honestly, this party is stagnant. They're not doing nothing. They just letting everything crumble. They're actually not doing anything. They like, oh man, they got this debacle going on in Afghanistan. They got the vaccine debacle.
They like
it's
the violin players on the Titanic.
Yeah, it's like they're not really doing anything. They just letting everything crumble. Like they have no answers. All Kamala Harris do every time she get a tough question, she does this stupid smile and laugh and it's like a flirting type thing with whoever's giving the interview where she has
senator,
no answer.
All she had was lip for everyone.
Yeah, just very talkative.
Word.
Now, I ain't even heard nothing from her. I don't even know what she do.
Nothing from either one of them.
I don't know what she do. And you rarely see Joe Biden. When you do see him, he's like leaned though. He's like they prepped him up and
stumbling.
Yeah, injected him with something to get him through the day. Like, all right, sir. They hit you off. He got him something to get him through the day.
And it's like you said, he was kind of like a necessary evil, but his
definitely.
worthlessness is just is just worthless. Like we get nothing. But everybody else does. We got Asian bill passed. We got more rights passed for the LGBTQIA plus community. We got we got Hip Hop Appreciation Awareness Month in November.
Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, we got that, but we ain't get no end to police accountability for. Essentially, we got nothing. And like Rick mentions, we still have no, people are still suffering economically. We get nothing. Taxes are still running rampant and everything. You get nothing.
We're divided as usual.
Word.
We're always divided. Now we're divided by the vaccine. The people that got it, the people that don't want to take. We're just always divided. I'm like, what's going to bring this country together? Like, it's like this country is like always has something to be divided about. Like we always talk about unity and blah, this, that, and the third. But do we really want to be as one, or should we be as one? See, that's the major question. Like maybe we're fighting a fight that's just not to be. We can, because you can. Yeah, this is a multicultural country, but don't force people to coexist with each other that don't want to. I don't believe in it. If somebody don't like me, I don't want you around me, honestly. Like, because I can't trust you.
No doubt.
So leave those people alone. We know who they are. They have been identified, So when Trump was in office, we identified a lot of people. And I'm not going to sit here and say Trump was 100% bad, but he was bad for the country because what I feel like people took his presidency and his followers and made it into what they wanted it to be and what it meant to them. And that's with Trump. Trump is a politician and a businessman. He played to that audience. And he really gave them nothing. And they love him. Trump really gave them nothing. And if you really look at it, like all these people, oh my God, he like so loyal Trump support. Trump really gave them nothing. Like he just smiled, say some words that was against, maybe they'll take it like it was against another race or whatever, or don't take action on a certain thing, and they be like, that's what I'm talking about. But in all, it ain't like Trump was like, you know what, you guys are gonna get less taxes. You guys gonna get more of this. They got more nothing. Why you love this guy? Like Trump is
because he was like that hype man.
Like the Great Gatsby. And,
yeah,
what is that?
Hype man.
Yeah, he's like the hype man to the hate, but I'm not down with it. Like Trump really did nothing like hateful. Like honestly,
he talked a lot of hate.
It's like
he was a hype man.
He was a hype. He wasn't participating with these guys. They were there. Oh, he said like when he said Proud Boys. First of all, that whole thing we watched over and over. Joe Biden led Trump. Trump ain't know what the hell he was talking about. Joe Biden led him into that with that question like, give me a name. Give me a name. Joe Biden said the name first. He said Proud Boys. He's like, Proud Boys, stand down. Trump ain't even know who these guys was. Then, oh my God.
They ran with it.
They ran with it. The media ran with it. And it was crazy. And they just actually, they boosted up his
Well, it gave the Proud Boys a whole lot of momentum, but this just goes to show you how when somebody says something, common sense flies out the window. Like he said, Proud Boys stand down. Like, did he really know who the Proud Boys were?
No, Joe Biden said, give me a name. I listened to it over and over.
I know.
He said, give me a name. Joe Biden just said, he said it like this. He said, Proud Boys. He said, Proud Boys, stand down. He didn't even know the name. He couldn't even think of one of the groups right off the top of his head. So, but hey,
he
let
was
people
still
live.
trifling. Nobody's endorsing him over here before we get flooded with that, because that's not what we're saying.
No, nobody's endorsing, but like I said, Biden, I'm leading into something because Biden was the necessary and he's like a necessary evil too. Like because of that, the racial tensions was really high with Trump, so we had to get him out of here. So we ain't have nobody else, so we settled for Biden, a bumbling idiot
who's just
and that's who we got, and that's the collateral damage of what's going on now. So it was like, do we want this? We have this racial explosion, or do we have what's going on now? I don't know.
Well, like you said, it's still division. No matter how you look at it, we're still divided. And again, it's like I said, what has the Democratic Party really given to the black and brown population outside of the nuggets of crumbs and pittances? You get the same old hood. You get the same old handouts, you get the same old everything. No infrastructure, no tax relief. You don't get any increase, a national debt increase for the people, so that their salaries are actually on par with inflation. You have Democrats who say things like, Republicans are just as guilty, but thinking that getting like an extra $2 in your paycheck makes a difference. Like they've actually been...
Who got $2?
This is something some Republican did. Somebody, I don't know if it was Ted Cruz or somebody along those lines, who made note of somebody who received a $1.50 wage increase, and he just made it seem like this person essentially received like a $1,500 a month wage increase. And when he got cursed out on Twitter, it was just, he just couldn't believe it. Like he couldn't understand. That's how out of touch our political parties are. They have no connection to the people. They make all kinds of fake promises to their constituents. They do nothing though. It's really time to... They're destroying America. It's not the people. And they always try to put it on like the people are destroying America. When it's all these politicians, first of all, we got politicians that's been politicians for way too long. Yep.
It's old blood. We need fresh new blood in there, in those seats. And that's what we should be fighting for. That's what we should be voting for.
We really do need a new political party. Democrats and Republicans do nothing for the masses. Look at the state of the world. That should tell you everything. The state of the world is a hot mess. If you look at the state of the world, like you said, we have all of these lifetime politicians who are out of touch, who have no clue what's going on with the masses, but think they do. But again, we get Nathan from these fools. All you get is a bunch of talk, hot air, misery, and wars. We get funding for wars while they take away money for schools and all kinds of shit. It's just such a waste of time and energy. Like everything is just such a waste.
Yeah, man. And until we do that, we're gonna be stuck in the middle. We've been stuck in the middle, moved around as per use. Like when they need us, they come to the certain communities, and vote time. Let's go. Let's shake hands, kiss the babies, and get the vote. That's what they do when they need us. Once they're in office, they don't need us no more. They got to do. The people got to do as we say. And
we don't hold nobody accountable, though.
We don't.
We just assume we're going to get what they said that they was going to do, even though history has repeatedly showed us that none of these promises will be kept. Yeah. None. What's the point? What's the point of it all? Just to feel like you're doing something when you go out on election day? And it's true. Only elections that really matter are your local community elections. Those are the only ones that actually matter, and those are the ones that people don't show up to. And that's that bullshit. And I'm just as guilty. I really am.